Hey everybody, I am working on my D12 today. So there's going to be some modifications coming to the thing quickly as I can do. So I'm going to point them out, use my flash here. So this is my 3D printed piece I made. I'm going to cut it, these pieces here, side rail, I'm going to cut it and just cut along, just get it all rid of it, don't need it. It's just to the bed anyway. And this is my frame, which I'm going to, since this is 3D print, I am going to modify it a little bit better, or not better, let's just say. I'm going to modify it because didn't realize I super glued each of these pieces on. So yeah, that's some strong super glue and I can't get them off. I got my axle, which is 1/10 scale. This is made by RC 4-wheel drive. Yeah. And it's a quality RC parts and accessories. This is the axle I bought. Doesn't really say anything about what it is. That's weird. But here it is. 1/10 scale axle. It's a little bit wider than my truck. But what can you do? I don't feel like cutting the axle, cutting all that stuff. I forget all about it. It's pretty cool because this axle actually has the pieces I need. So actually probably like that. You know, it's set right with the leaf springs and everything like that. So it's gonna be pretty sweet. But I don't have a 3D printer no more, as you can notice that I have sold it. So I got a Mars 2 Pro resin printer, which I have parts coming for this thing. So that's why my RC kind of builds her on hold, because one, I wasn't paying attention, and two, you really don't know until it happens. That's what happens when your velvet, or in this case the I can't think what they call it, but everybody calls it velvet, I don't know why, filament or something like that, is this piece here. Sounds like a drum when you have it nice and tight. And you never know if you have any holes. But if you see dents in it, take out your paper towels, put a little bit of water or whatever you want in there. That way you can see. Water is easy. And then just kind of put lightly pressure with spatula. I got plastic ones. I got a whole mess of these. And just put light pressure, go like that. And if you see a hole or wet underneath, it means you got a hole in the thing. And then you got to change it, which is very simple to do. I didn't notice it, and it started right there, and I got the whole screen like that. So yeah, I got the plastic off, but it really messes up the print. So I got a new screen coming. It should be here Sunday, which is kind of weird for Amazon, but I ain't gonna do that. Pay like $5 for shipping. So I have a new LCD screen for this, screen protectors, and more, actually, film liner is what they're called. Okay, so more of these right here. And a new 3D printer. And then figure out what the springs are going to be and everything, because I don't know if they come up to here, or down here. I really don't know until I get them. That way, once I get them, I can kind of have it set where I want it. I already got wheels, the plastic wheels. I know that this thing is not going. I got rubber wheels too, but so far everything is set. I'm hoping that is the correct way, because I can't go that way, but we'll find out, I guess. But obviously it probably sit like this instead, because it'd be on the leaf springs and everything. I'll have the axle already set. And already I could tell that's going to be one heck of a beefy axle, because you can barely see it, but it is a 550. It's a 550 motor by Red Cat, because they come into, and just show for reference. I don't know if my daughter's truck has it too, but my brother's truck does. If I don't drop it, because the front end, oh, I forgot about the bumpers glued in. That would suck. You can see right here, and the heat shield just pops off carefully. Oh, his actually doesn't say that 550. Oh, right there it is. So you can see right there, it does say 550. There you go. Now, it came out of my old EPX Pro, or I mean not Pro, EPX truck, because I took out the ESC, took this out, put it in that truck, same thing with the motor, and it was good to go. Because I upgraded mine in my truck to the Pro version of it. I don't know, I think my daughter has the same kind of motor. She's got the Blackout edition. Yeah, Blackout edition. So I'm putting these all together, so be unaware of this. So it's gonna be pretty sweet when it's done. It sucks that the rims are not, or tires ain't gonna be inside this, but I don't care at the moment. I just want this thing to not kill the rear ends. Because, I mean, this is out of the C44 KM, or this is C44 brown truck. Can't think what we call it offhand. It ruined the axle in it, like I talked about. It does look like it still has plenty of meat, but she is completely wore down, as you can see right there. You can see a little dibble, and also the other gear is stripped, so the axle doesn't do nothing, it doesn't go anywhere. So I figured, like always, attach another part here, make this 1/10 scale axle fit, work. I think it's gonna look sweet. Okay, so I got my axle for springs and everything today. I'm sorry I didn't do no unboxing video, but here are the springs. Let me turn the flash off real quickly. Oh, I'm sorry, dry shafts. Sorry, dry shafts. And these are what the dry shafts are, 67 to 85 millimeters. That's what came in those. I got one open already on the axle, but I ran into a snag. And now I gotta figure out how to fix this snag. Well, my Red Cat Volcano EPX is a 1/10 scale as well as this. These are heavy duty axles and dry shafts. As you can see, the hole is bigger. My motor shaft is split in half. And I don't know. I'm just thinking about maybe I could drill a hole in it, and I'm going to see what happens. But the thing is, it's got all side to side play. So I'm going to have to try to figure out a kind of like a bushing that fits on this and fits over this snugly. That way, you know, it doesn't have that issue right there. So that's my next issue I'm going to have. But for right now, I want to get the axle mounted. And to do that, I had to drill one size up and then drill that size up. But the nut still does not fit. And I'm not going to drill another hole because I'm almost out of real estate. I probably got maybe a couple, I don't know how you pronounce, like maybe a couple of centimeters, maybe a centimeter away from the edge. And I don't want that. So I'm just going to do the best thing is that right there now fits like that. So I'm just going to do that side like that. I'm going to mimic this side. So that way the spring is like that. And God, these are a lot better than WPL. Look at this. I'm putting a little bit more pressure and I can't bend that. Compared to my WPL, I had to put zip ties and these little tiny plastic pieces on top, and you can see they still flex. What I might do is how it's got the front body kit. Take this off, and then the tinker cab, take the front body kit where it matches the bumper and kind of cut the bumper off smoothly down, and then kind of make this more round, and then I can put it right over top of this and just glue it in spot space. That might be my second thing to do. Don't know if it's gonna work, but I never done an RC axle before. I might have to. So I made a mistake. I had the leaf springs just like this. I turned the took the nut, turned everything upside down so the way the axle can fit like this, and then bolt to the truck like that, like this. So that way it looks like that. Didn't realize the axle will be spinning that way to go forward, and I'm saying like, no, get the fucking space on this side, the axle has to go like this. So technically the axle has to be exactly like this with these exactly like that, but it has to be like that. Okay, so I got the axle all set now where it's supposed to go. Goes that way, go forward. Everything's set. I got these on there for right now, and then I gotta figure out, I think that goes like that to the back, how I can figure this all out, because now I'm gonna have to figure out the mounting issue and go from there. Hey, how's it going, my WPL fans? I'm making a new body kit for my D12. Well, kinda. So this is where'd I get this from? Thingiverse. Oh, where'd I get it from? Right here. Because I was looking at body kits, and I mean, I absolutely love some of these people's body kits. Like, there's one I like this one. I like this body kit. I love how the back end looks. I'm like, man, that'd be kind of cool, yeah. But then my front fenders, I'm like, no. I know my front fenders, they don't really match anything, but this is my next goal. This is what I want to build next. A WPL D12 looks like that. All I have to do is buy the body, or buy another one, and I think that's all I need is just the frame, I believe. Yeah, just the frame, I think. And I think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, he's got the original frame. Okay. And everything just boom, boom, boom. Done. I was thinking about doing that too. I love his wheels and stuff. I'm going to leave my D12 stock though. And just do that right there. A whole new body kit. I think that'd be pretty sweet. It's only $13.10, but still not bad. That's that one body kit I kind of like, but again, I don't like. Now, 3D print wheels is cool and everything, but I can't do that because my 550 motor will eat the tires. Sadly, it sucks. Here it is. So this is the, oh, I can't move it around or anything. That sucks. Oh, maybe I can right here. So this is the body kit I took to use. I basically got rid of all that stuff because I don't like the aerodynamics and stuff like that. And the back of it, didn't really care about it. It doesn't look that cool to me. I like the bubble part. I like that. That looks cool. Yeah, yeah, it will match my front fenders, but the thing is, they still won't look right, you know? Because if you think about it, if you have that compared to what I just did, which is the same fender. So what I did, I downloaded his two fenders right here. That's all I did. And then uploaded Tinker Cab and made it to like this, because I think that'd be pretty much cooler. But before I just download the file, but I don't need these. These are my size skirts that I'm using. I don't know what body kit I'm using. but I kind of mashed it up where it looks pretty good. And inside, all I have to do is a little bit of Dremel work, make it more rounder, but not a big deal. So what I did, I took the fender, cut it in half, took the other fender, cut it in half, and made it like that. And now it's like, you can see where I split it right there. And then all I did is take another piece, cut this like pretty much going like this with a cube coming up. So like you don't want this part. You can just come up, click on it, make sure nothing else is clicked on it, hit group. And then give it a few minutes, blah, just like that, done. Don't like it, you hit the undo button, and there it is. But I use my fenders or my side skirts as a reference because, well, my axle is going to stick out quite a bit. And I'll show you what I've done. Oh wait, I even have, okay, so I had to make up a whole new frame for my D12. So I'm using the person who made the 4x4 frame, which I absolutely love the frame. Since it, come on, what the heck? So I made a whole new frame. I don't know why I won't let me look and tinker, but I'm going to edit my motor parts, like slide it forward a little bit, like you see right here. I have to trim these up a little bit more so I can fit the frame right up to it. And yeah, right here's my motor part. I'm going to trim all this up out of the way so that I can slide my motor in up further. Since I'm redoing the frame, I'm going to redo the motor housing a little bit better PLA. So I'm going to try that out. I'm confused. I can hit the button here, nothing happening, but I can go up here. Thank God this works. So I don't know what Tinkercab's doing. Holy crap, that's bigger than I expected. So this is what I did to the frame. Took this exactly how I like it, and I made this a little bit wider or longer. What I did is took the original frame rail and moved it to the outside here, cut this off, make it nice and straight, and then basically I took it. It kind of doesn't line up as you can see right there, but that's fine. I can always take my Dremel tool, or I can always leave it, don't matter. And what I did is made it wider, and then I took a this block right here, or actually a long big block, and just make it solid. Come up here to make it one whole piece to make the back a lot stronger, and then go from there, because I can always trim the back off of it. Don't really matter with the bandsaw if it don't really fit in the body part. And I made it just like that, so that way when I do the new axle, all I have to do is take my Dremel tool, make a nice little slot right in here, and then I can still screw it from here and on the outside if I wanted to. At least I'm hoping that's what it's going to do. But it should work out just fine. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'll show you guys the process of the frame being built. I'm about 2 hours and 56 minutes into it. Oh, that's right, you all don't know my new machine. Say hello to the Elegoo Neptune 3. I love this machine. So far I have, did it move? No. This machine is awesome. I sold my Ender 3, got rid of that. Now I can start doing my WPL truck. I'm going to get it fixed up, tuned up. Because, I mean, I like this style, but I kind of like that round style, but it gives it that front to break apart into this part. That's taking the next level of doing all this. My Red Cat motor is kind of taking a toll. All you can see now is the 550 on it. But how do I get this actually have to on and actually stay on? Well, you know those little rubber bushings that you can use for like, let's see, this don't have it, for like your steering and stuff. Yeah, that little rubber bushing goes inside, and then you put the screw and all that stuff. Well, that's what I used here, and a little bit of super glue to keep the rubber bushing in, so that way, now my motor it don't have no wobble. Drilling a hole for this was not fun, but I got it done. She's in place, and she is ready to rock and roll. Hey, how's it going? So we are 2 hours and 11 minutes into this thing. It's about 76% done. This is my new motor mount for the E550. Doesn't look too bad. Where's the other one at? Of course, you can't really tell, but it's sitting like this, like that. That way, because last time I did this, I'm learning as I go. So I did this on my friend's printer, or I should say cousin's printer, that he had. He had a little tiny thing. It did the trick. It did the job. And you can see it was gray filament. I'm using white because I like the white better. But I'm going to have to figure out the settings because I want to go a little bit faster, but I want the infill to be better. Like, you know, like 100%. Almost like more infill. That way this is all solid. Right now this is all hollow too, just like this. But it's printing out just like, I don't know, like that. Just like that right there. Now, this is a strong plastic, but I want to show you the final, almost the final product. Bam! So I'm wishing I did a little bit different things now. I should have had this all one solid block, but now I realize it, and I'm not going back at it. What I should have done is have like a little tiny square here, a little piece there, and here. So that way these can sit. So all I gotta do is just trim this out a little bit. Use my Dremel tool to cut down. But it's got these little blocks right here, as you can see. They stop on that. And all I gotta do is, oh, maybe I don't have to trim nothing there. I don't think I have to trim. That's not hitting anything over there, but I'm going to have to trim at least parcel this off. That way I can sit down a little bit better. Even just leave it like that. Because I'm gonna go to my local Ace Hardware tomorrow, and hopefully I can find a screw that is long enough from this side to this side, and find another screw that goes from here to about right there, because I have it in an angle to kind of keep it like that. The front is cocked a little bit, which kind of sucks, but I might just make it further in. I might just end up, this comes off. I'm thinking about where I can just come across here and just have it pieced in. Probably a little bit better. So that's what that looks like. So then they're gonna probably ask me questions like about this tomorrow. I tried to use body filler to cover the holes, but that didn't work out too well. So I just took some super glue and super glued it and put the activator on top of it and hardened it up. So now it's a lot better. I can still get and I took all that out so I can make the 550 motor just sit back just a little bit more. Because I realized now I can't really put a forward drive in this like I wanted to. Because if I say like I want to make this thing forward drive, so like I planned to doing, I won't be able to, because the 1/10 scale axles are a lot bigger, the leaf springs are a lot bigger, unless I find smaller leaf springs is shorter or something, or figure out something, because with this axle it's going to sit just like that, and that gives me plenty of room to have my 550 motor up close to where I want it. So it might ride a little bit high, I don't know. It might have like a little rake to it, which still is going to be fine with me. But now I just got to figure out how wide and how the tires are going to be on this, because I might have to end up cutting this more out. I don't know yet. I'm not even that far yet. But if I think about it, I got the fender wheels done. I just got to print them out later. That way I can see where I want it. tires will be like right there, so I don't know how. So all I have to do is just measure how much wider I have to make it, and then combine in metric, inches to metric and all that stuff. That's gonna be fun. So it should fit somewhere along the line where I want it straight, at least straight. I'll get it later. But as far as I got, and I'll pick up later on.